We all talk about the idea of being centered. We know we're supposed to find that inner peace. But let's be real. Knowing you should is the easy part. The real question, the one we're going to tackle right now, is how. I mean, how do you find that calm center when the kids are screaming, you're worried about the bank account, and the world just feels like it's spinning completely out of control? Yeah, a nice philosophy isn't going to cut it. What we need is a plan. We need a set of tools. So, okay, let's dive into this. We're going to start treating spirituality like a science. Think about it this way. You wouldn't just sit and meditate on the idea of a delicious cake and expect one to magically appear, right? No, you need a recipe. You need flour, sugar, heat, and a very specific set of steps. Well, today we're unpacking the recipe for unshakable peace, a practical, step-by-step guide to turn that nice theory into your daily reality. So where do we start? Well, our first tool is the most physical and fundamental one we've got, our breath. Because here's the bottom line. You simply cannot have a calm mind if you have a chaotic body. The two are directly biologically linked. And this is where a practice like Kriya Yoga comes into play. It's not just some nice idea, it's a scientific method. It's about using your breath to directly influence your physiology. We're not talking about wishful thinking here. We're talking about consciously hitting the reverse switch on your body's built-in stress response. Now, what's really fascinating is this contrast. When we're stressed, our body flips into fight or flight. Our breath gets all shallow, our blood fills with carbon dioxide, and our life force, our energy, gets locked into our muscles, getting ready to run or fight. Kriya breathing literally flips that biological switch. Deep, intentional breaths flood the blood with oxygen, which calms the heart and shifts our nervous system over to rest and digest. The yogis actually called this decarbonization. That energy that was locked in your muscles, it gets released and flows right back to the brain. All of a sudden, peace isn't something you're fighting to achieve, it's just what your body is. And the best part? You don't need years of training to start. Here is a simple, powerful technique you can use literally right now. It's called Hong Sa. You just sit and you watch your breath. As it naturally flows in, you mentally say Hung. As it flows out, Sa. Now, by linking your breath to this simple mantra, which means I am spirit, you're gently reminding yourself who you really are. But the real power is this. By just watching, you create a tiny little gap between you, the observer, and the body that's breathing. And that little gap, that's where freedom begins. Okay, let's move to our next tool and see how this all builds. We've used the breath to calm the body. Now we're going to refine our awareness and learn the art of inner listening. So most of us get the concept of prayer, right? It's basically talking to the divine, giving our list of wants, our worries, our gratitude. But imagine having a friend where you did all the talking and never, ever stopped to listen. That friendship wouldn't last very long. Communion, or what we call meditation, is the other half of that conversation. It's the art of actually listening. So, and this is so important, after you've done your breathing techniques, after you've said your prayers, you have to stop. Just sit in the silence. Now, at first, your thoughts might actually seem to get louder. That's normal. But if you can just persist through that mental noise, you start to tune into something much deeper, a subtle inner vibration. It's been called the sound of many waters, or Many traditions believe it's the universal sound of creation itself. This is the language of real peace and deep intuition. You're no longer broadcasting your signal. You're finally receiving. Now, having these amazing tools is one thing, but let's be real. They don't do you any good just sitting in the toolbox. This next part is absolutely crucial. It's all about the discipline to actually use them. And this quote just nails it. This isn't about some heroic 3-hour meditation you do once a month. No, it's about the daily, consistent practice. Just a few minutes every single day has this incredible cumulative effect. It's like a steady drip of water that can, over time, wear away solid rock. A really powerful daily ritual is built on these 3 pillars. First, a non-negotiable daily appointment. Think of it as a meeting with your highest self that you just don't cancel. Second, a short period of spiritual reading to set your mental frequency for the day. And third, a quick evening review to learn from your experiences and then let them go. Together, these create a super robust structure for your growth. Let's look at that second pillar, Swadhyaya. I mean, think about it. The world is constantly bombarding us with its own propaganda, right? Fear this, buy that, be angry about this. Well, spiritual reading is your counter-programming. It's a way to consciously brainwash yourself with truth, with wisdom, and with peace. Here's a fantastic way to think about it. Reading even one paragraph from a great spiritual text acts like a tuning fork. If your mind is buzzing and vibrating with worry, the words of a master can literally lift its frequency, tuning it to a higher state of awareness. And you know what? This makes your meditation so much easier because you're starting from a much higher launchpad. And finally, that third pillar, the evening review. And listen, this is not about beating yourself up. It's a 2-minute spiritual audit. You just play the movie of your day backwards, and you observe your actions neutrally, like a scientist looking at data. You see where you were impatient, you acknowledge it, and you decide to do better tomorrow. You also see where you were calm and strong, and you affirm that victory. It's not about guilt, it's all about learning, so you don't have to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Okay, so you've done your practice, you feel peaceful. Now comes the real test. Taking that peace with you, off the meditation cushion and out into the chaos of your actual day. I absolutely love this quote from Yogananda. You've done the hard work of milking the cow of silence in your meditation. The absolute worst thing you can do is immediately jump up, grab your phone, get angry at the news, and kick over the bucket, spilling all that amazing peace you just worked to collect. The goal here is to create what's called a portable paradise. You carry that meditative calm with you like a full cup of water. And if you can just keep it steady for that first hour of your day, it creates this kind of vibrational shield around you. The traffic jam, that annoying email, they just kind of slide off instead of piercing your peace. But what happens when stress just crashes through in the middle of the day? You need a quick reset button. Try this. Inhale with a double breath, a short one, then a long one, and tense your entire body up. Then exhale with a double breath, short, then long, and completely relax everything. Do this 3 times. Then just focus your attention on the point between your eyebrows, the spiritual eye, and affirm that a higher power is in charge, not your stressed out ego. This simple act can literally cut the cord of stress and reboot your whole system in minutes. So, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've gone from abstract theory to a concrete, practical set of tools. This is your personal spiritual toolkit. Think of it exactly like this. Your willpower and discipline, that's the hammer you use to build your daily habit. Your breath work, that's the saw that cuts the cords of stress and karma. And your nightly introspection, that's the level that keeps your spiritual life straight and true. The tools are all right here. But you have to remember, just owning a toolkit doesn't build a house. You've got to pick up the tools and actually use them. Like the saying goes, 1 ounce of practice is worth tons of theory. Don't feel overwhelmed by all this. Start small. 5 minutes of Hong Sao, 1 page of reading. Just start. You are building a temple of peace inside yourself, 1 stone at a time. And that, really, is the only question that matters now. You have the recipe. The tools are laid out on the table. When will you start building?